We'll do it live.
Okay. No.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
Hey, hello. How's everyone doing out there on a Friday? A day which will live in infamy. You might start to see purple-haired women across the nation start yelling and just screaming, potentially have riots. They might go to Hot Topic. Is Hot Topic still a place? Is Hot Topic still a joint? Purple-haired bitches go to get like vials of blood. Yeah, so it's gonna I don't even want to get started on that subject, but if purple-haired chicks start showing up in your neighborhood, with, you know, like lacy looking tops yelling at you for no reason because of what happened today in the news. Yeah, today will be that day. It'll be so get your gats out. It's gonna be a good one. If you got a blicky, a glizz, something like that, might come in handy. You never know what's gonna happen. So what we're gonna talk about today is the future of tuning. Today, Rami had a bit of an issue with some software, which kind of like re-kicked my thought process or restarted my thought process as to what in the hell is going to happen when tuning goes away. I don't want tuning to go away. Don't think that I actually want that. I'm not an advocate for tuning going away. But if you, unless something drastic happens, like today kind of gave me hope. Do you know what I mean? It kind of gave me hope that normal people are still around and that you might be able to, like, if they can overturn Roe v. Wade, they can overturn EPA shit. And the West Virginia case versus the EPA, I think, is a good example of what can happen if you go the Supreme Court route. Before we get way into that, let's say thank you to the best logo I've ever seen in my life, the Parts Farm logo. Two Auto Solutions. We talked today. He's going to do a half-mile event tomorrow with his customers. Ben Calamer Transmissions. One of his employees was going to buy my blower, but I haven't heard shit. So that tells me he ain't going to buy it. So it's still for sale. And Oh My God Cookies. I'm still waiting for those mint cookies. Hopefully they'll show up today or tomorrow so I can have a little, my sweet tooth satisfied. Thank you very much for the continued support. Thank everyone for the continued support. I love you guys very much. Let's say hi to the people. We'll talk for about 10 minutes and we'll go from there. D-Rock Fox, Diego Flores, and Douche Did It came in. FLKA in the house. Rich 50, 508 Josh, Corey B, Ray, Ryan, Incognito Films. I'm looking to port my Gen 3 manifold and throttle body as well. No! Don't port your throttle body. And porting a manifold with NA on pump gas yields you 6 horsepower. Save your money. Oh my lord. Looking to get the best dig racing Gen 3 possible if I can. How can I teach these kids? I don't know what to do. Anymore. You guys get on them. I also have 355 gearing. He keeps saying all the wrong shit. What's up, guys? Ulysses, EPA, Boost Lee, JD Swag, Jeremiah Rivera, King Yodi, I'm Hung, Melissa, the cookie lady, Scott N, Killa, I Smell Butthurt, Black Cat, HCFU grad, John Cena, Joe Mendoza, 2000 MCR, Yusuf with the fuck you bloody, King Yodi, Dave Redman, Alejandro Cazares, my mini bike madman, get all the way to the bottom. Hey, SK Performance Chef, happy Juneteenth for our children. Rami Zaidan in the house. Hopefully you got your stuff figured out. Jeff Johnson Jr., Dre Day, Dustin 10R, Vince, Dre Day again, 5 Point Slow, Tiller, the real Texas heavy hitters. Are there some fake Texas heavy hitters? Like, is there like a set of fake ones? Or there's like someone claiming your name and you're like, I'm the real Texas heavy hitter. Harley Four-Door, Chad Hector, Rubber, Ignacio Hunter, 508 Josh, and all the usual suspects are in the house. So, port the world, exactly. So, because of the software limitations that you're starting to see now, I'm wondering if people are going to revert back to old school stuff. And we've talked about this before, but I wonder which one will be the last one standing. Which software do you guys think will be the last one standing that will actually stand the test of time. Like Holley's been out there for a very long time. You've seen AEM get bought out by Holley. There are rumors that SET is going to get bought out by Cobb, but those are unconfirmed rumors. So that means SET is going to go bye-bye. Could you imagine they go bye-bye?
And we say bye-bye.
Then what? Okay, so then you're going to have Cobb stuff who is compliant. Because look, the ones that are standing and not being bugged by the EPA have had to have complied, right? Like, you have had to have complied if you're still standing, business as usual, right? Because look, if 5 guys were in on some, they went sliding somewhere with the Black Air Forces, right? They put on the Black Air Forces, they went sliding somewhere with the Blick. 4 of them went to prison. 1 of them is out. What are you going to think about that one that's out? What's the whole hood going to think about that one that's out? You're going to go, somebody, but I'm not saying that's what happened, but like, how are they not getting popped? Right? SET got popped. Cobb got popped. I don't know about HP tuners. I don't know about Holley. Holley supposedly is intertwined with the government. Like they're intertwined with the government. So who knows? And that's a good question. The real Texas heavy hitters. I think all of this can get reversed if you vote in the right people. But the problem with that is, thank you, Victor Garza. Exactly. The problem with that is reversing EPA stuff requires not only the president, but a lot of senators, a lot of state representatives, because those are the guys that are in those little tiny committees that are in rooms and they're dictating to the EPA. Let's say they're on the finance committee. Let's say they're on the appropriations committee. Let's say they're on committees that are responsible for money, policy, right? Because they write the laws and the EPA enforces the laws or reinterprets the laws. So we don't have enough lobbying power to get a simple thing like the RPM Act passed, right? We still don't have the RPM Act passed. So I am a non-believer when it comes to that shit. Because even if that passes, the EPA can reinterpret shit and get around it. So what you have to do is severely defund it, severely take the teeth away from the EPA. Did you guys know that the EPA is basically a militarized, like they have guns at their disposal. So do a couple of other agencies that are regulatory agencies. Why do regulatory agencies have guns? Why do regulatory agencies have badass equipment? Are you needing a tank and a bunch of ARs to go after a nerd who with a push of a button can probably shut down a bunch of bank accounts, a bunch of, there's a lot of shit out there. And politicians have to be real careful because some rogue motherfucker, look at what happened with the whole WikiLeaks situation. Look at what happened with Anonymous. Look, I think a lot of this stuff can get reversed. But what I want to concentrate on is what's going to be left. Like what's going to be left? What's going to be the last software standing? And the problem with that is that November is 100% right. Like you guys saw what happened today. Today was a great example of what happens when a 50-year, and I don't want to call it a law, but technically it was a law, got reversed and it went from federal to state. A lot of people think it became illegal. No, it got kicked back to the states at a state level as it should be, so that at a local level you can vote for people and change what you want to happen because you have more control when it's at a state level. I think emissions should be at a state level. Florida doesn't have emissions. Massachusetts does. California does. Texas has counties. But federally, I don't think so. I don't think it should be a thing. So how do you change that? You vote the wrong motherfuckers out. Trump put in 3 Supreme Court justices. And his legacy is that. The legacy of the president is the people he puts into the Supreme Court if vacancies, show up. And then he goes, you, boom. One of the biggest, most controversial laws reversed. Can that happen with EPA stuff? Absolutely. But we need the reddest of reddest waves on the planet. But I even think at that point, we still don't need it. So we need like the state reps and all those guys that are in those little EPA commissions to see our side of things and at least understand that we're going to hot rod. You ain't going to stop us. And if you're going to fine us, you're hurting the little guy. So what software is going to be left? Honestly, I don't think any software is going to be left, or there's no reason for the software to really go after the new stuff. Like, what are they indexing on electric cars that you can adjust? Nothing. Like, one of the coolest things they could do right now is if HP tuners or whoever got a hold of an A2L or a C file and they were able to flash, which I don't think you can, a Mach-E GT and take away the limiting of the battery for those 5 seconds. Make it full power all the time. We don't care if it gets 90 miles per charge. Hell, the Ford F-150 Lightning already gets 70 miles of charge if it's towing something. So stupid. So who's going to be left? Now, the reason, I'm going to be honest, the reason that, what did Santana say? Everyone's saying Santana was right. Let's see what he said. I have full exhaust, E85, and rest of my money's in my suspension money, power to bolt on. Just don't make sense. Will go boost once I go my alternate suspension. No, okay, got it. The reason I'm looking at a ZR1 is because I want to get familiar with legacy stuff, like old stuff, because I think if I want to tune my own stuff, and it's going to be all about me tuning my own stuff, I don't think I'm going to be, guys, I want to get out of tuning. I don't want to be a tuner for another 5-6 years because I don't think there'll be a market. I'd rather have this take over and do this and entertain you guys every fucking day and make videos and do dumb shit, things that I want to do. Right now, it is sustainable if I severely want to cut back the way I live. But I want to buy a ZR1 because I want to be able to tune it the way, whether it be EFI Live, whether it be HP Tuners, whether it be Holley. Right, imagine I can get a Holley system in there, mechanical throttle body, because we all know the drive-by-wire system on the Corvettes is just as finicky at high boost as most Ford's systems. My GT500 shuts throttle at 7,800 or 7,500 RPMs. Up to 6,800, no problem. 70-something hundred, the throttle starts to wig out and shut based on resonance or whatever. So if I could put a mechanical throttle body in there and still use the stock operating system, that'd be great, but I don't think it's possible. So the reason I want to get into the C6, the ZR1 specifically, not only is it a King Daddy stick shift car, it is a car that is supported by multiple platforms. Holley, EFI Live, and HP Tuners. And I'd probably do EFI Live or Holley. HP Tuners I'm familiar with, and been there, done that. I just don't want to play with that stuff. I'd rather play with standalone stuff because it seems to work pretty well. I know there's a learning curve. I know some people say don't do it. I get it, but eventually you have to learn it to be able to understand it. Like watching Steve Morris's videos, guys, if you don't understand the basics of tuning, the guy is very good at explaining things simply. Steve Morris is very good at explaining things simply. And I'll give you someone said mega skirt, right? I'll give you a quick example of how Mr. Steve Morris speaks and how it makes sense. So listen to him explain how a carburetor works.
That I've trained how to do EFI tuning and who's learning how to do more EFI tuning. He doesn't even want to mess with the carburetor because he thinks they're too complicated or that they're too old school or something. I don't know. But they're very simple. And here is how a carburetor works. It moves it moves air through the carburetor and sucks out fuel. That's it. The more air you move, the more air that goes through these venturis, the more fuel it sucks out with it. It is as simple as that.
I love that he did that because a lot of people still to this day think it's some kind of voodoo black magic
So more air.
that is insanely complicated. and they think that, oh my God, I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at. Holy shit, this is crazy. And he is, and you're right, Mustang Manny, Uncle Steve is severely underrated, and I've become a super fan. Not a fan, not a casual fan. I have become a super fan of Steve Morris because of the simple way he explains things. The same reason I'm a super fan of Elon Musk. He explains very difficult conceptual things in a very easy way. And that tells me he understands it. If you don't understand a subject matter, then you can't explain it in simple terms. So guys, do yourselves a favor. Watch every single one of Steve. No, he's not hitting me up. No, he's not. I don't even know. I've never met him. But every single one of his videos touches my goddamn soul because it's like he's speaking my language. I go, gosh, that's so good. So he uses Holly a lot. He uses Fuel Tech, and he says something great explaining the difference in softwares. He goes, it's all the same shit. It's just where to find what. Like, the theory of engine tuning stays 100% the same. You just have to find where Fuel Tech put this table, where Holly put this table, where the tables are located. Like, my eyes got used to SCT because that's what we primarily tune with before the N gauge came out and all the other shit came out. It was SCT. So my eyes were used to a MAF curve. We're used to a table looking, you know, the high load is on the top, the low load is on the bottom, which makes sense. But HP Tuners flips it and puts the high load on the bottom. And then in 2018, SCT changed it and indexed everything so the high load is on the bottom. I'm like, you fucking assholes. But anyway, ask Dakota about that. But I think standalone stuff I want to get into just to see what I'm doing and how to manipulate it, how smooth I can get the car to run, how good I can get the car to run, how responsive, you know, the fine tuning, and it's live. You don't really have to flash a vehicle. And I think that's going to be something that's going to be desirable. And again, that's why I want the ZR1. Not only to try it with different softwares, but try a completely different platform with the king daddy of that platform, in my opinion. It's either be the CTSV or the ZR1, in my opinion, are the king daddies of the Chevy platform. And I'm a stick guy, and I've loved stick shift racing, so I want to, and again, I'm not going to race the ZR1. I'm not even going to have a 9-second, maybe it'll be a 9-second ZR1, but I am not aiming to make it something ridiculously badass. It's going to be a $70,000+ car. I'd be damned if I'm going to hack it up, but I'm sure as hell going to put a cam, heads, chopping in E85 and have a whole bunch of fun with it. So with that being said, what do you think is going to be the last one standing? What do you think the future of tuning is going to be? I mean, seriously, it looks like standalone and legacy support for old stuff is going to be pretty much the future. It's going to be what's left. So I'll get some of the old comments and we'll go from there. Multec or Haltech, most likely, I would think, but those aren't purely software. Correct. I agree. I watched a video about dirty map signals from grill to hood swaps. I bought a Ford Performance bullet grill set for my HGT. Will I have any issues with the setup, stock airbox? I don't think so. Because I think if it's a bullet style, it's still Ford Performance. If it's open, I want to know how much of the opening, I know some people said it's water related. I don't think it's water related all that much, or dirt. I think they limit the airflow because when you pressurize that box, guys, it changes the way the car drives. It absolutely changes the way the car drives. Ford didn't just do that for rocks, dirt, and water. They mostly did that to limit the amount of air that gets into the box so it draws enough, in my opinion. In my opinion, again, I could be wrong. Money cars, hose, and Herbo, love them all. EPA is what the ATF is to gun guys. They aren't taking N-gauge from my cold, dead hands. Remember when they came after diesel guys and everyone stayed silent? Not my problem. They'll never come after me. Yup. When I sell the truck, I'm keeping the N-gauge. The N-gauge is the key to everything. You could do multi-tune on it. I think I got a couple of Marys left on it. I'm telling you, I am never selling any vehicle with an N-gauge. If the GT500 goes, okay, that N-gauge goes. But every other vehicle, like I might trade the truck in. Like probably the best thing I could do with the truck is put a muffler back on it, put the wheels, the stock wheels back on it, and just trade it in. because I'm going to have all these puro pinche 956 a la verga cuz coming after me and I need this, I need that. I got my email full of guys that have no fucking money and got a whole bunch of questions. Fuck all that shit. Hydrogen engine tuning in the future. Now, that is a very good point. What is the most abundant element in the whole universe, right? It's hydrogen. But then you have to figure out, are you going to have a hydrogen cell or a hydrogen like reciprocating engine? And you got to figure out which one is more viable. To me, converting current vehicles to hydrogen makes sense. The problem is you still need oil to do a lot of the work, a lot of lubrication. Is going to be, there's a lot of oil stuff involved, and it is not zero emission because some of the oil that is in the oil pan can actually make it past the rings very slightly. That's just how it is, the nature of engines, and it'll burn. So there is no such thing as zero emissions internal combustion engine vehicle if it is lubricated by oil and oil gets past the rings. Carb Coyote for the future. I got to talk to Mikey. I don't know what the hell's going on with that car. That car's just sitting there. And I'm like, bro, if I had somewhere to work on my own shit, I would have picked up that car a long time ago. Right now I have nothing. So it's held hostage right now. I'm going to gap your ZR1, Alex. Cool. I really don't care. Seen a video of a guy pulling 7,000 pounds with the Lightning. Had to call his dad to bring a diesel to get a trailer because he couldn't even make it from one charger to the other. Damn, I'm late. What did I miss? Alice, are you going to fix a cold start issue on a Holly? Now, that's the other thing I could, because you guys would watch this channel fuck with Holly stuff because I don't know shit about it. And I'd love to learn from the get-go. I don't want to go, I'll go to the schools, I'll do whatever, but I want to learn by doing. That's the way I do it. The Holly stuff is easy mode. The Dominators in my LS turret is very user-friendly. I went from standalone since I wanted to tune my own crap. Small block Chevy is a bad mama jamma. That small block Chevy made like 1,800 horsepower on his dyno. His plug reading video is good. A lot of young men need to watch it. Wonder if the badass shops like Calvo, UGR, Midnight are going to be active building these cars. They are now in 20 years. Really hope so. It would be sad to see these cars go away. Certain shops are beholden to their tuner. Tuner goes away, shop goes away. So unless they start doing standalone stuff and work with a tuner that is really familiar with standalone stuff, a lot of these shops might close up if the tuner goes away. Imagine tomorrow, Lund Racing goes away. Think about it, shops. Think about it right now. Think about how your business is configured. Lund goes away. Yeah, you might have some options left over, but you know what you get when you fuck with those guys. What are you gonna do? What's plan B? Plan C? What's gonna happen? Real tuners classes are weekend class. Real tuner classes are a weekend class and legit. Okay. Hydrogen motors are already common. They require a lot of maintenance. I work on a lot of Amazons and their forklifts are hydrogen powered. Late to the show, but I'm here to drop a like. It's similar to GM when they put a screen in the math. People actually thought it would increase power by removing it. Every single time people start removing stuff that made the car drive smooth, have a warranty, they go, well, I'm going to make a bunch more power. And then you go, no, it just drives really shitty. And some people convince themselves that shitty driving is a byproduct of more power. I had a guy tell me when he was tuned by another tuner. I used to work for another company. And this guy literally fought with me. And he's like, how come Lund won't tune me? And I go, what do you mean? He goes, I got E85, a booster pump, ID1000s. I'm tuned by this other company on E85. No issue. Why won't Lund tune me? And I was like, well, Lund tunes a certain way. And if they require you to have a return style fuel system, it's probably to your benefit. He goes, that's bullshit. I'm just going to stick with my tuner then. I saw that guy's logs later on. Fuel trims were spiking. Again, we talked about spiking fuel trims is an indicator of a trend. It is adding fuel, so you will run out of fuel. But the AFR looked fine. The AFR was at 0.80, 0.81. So then you're like, okay, 0.80, 0.81, that's about 11 to 5, 11 to 4. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, no, your fuel trims are spiking. You were about to blow up. But he would argue left and right that Lund sucks because they don't want to tune him on a boosted pump, E85, and a boosted setup. His car didn't blow up, thankfully, but that doesn't mean it was right. No tune required intake companies are jumping up and down. I had a gentleman today, 2 days ago, a shop, good guy. Yep, got a no tune intake, no tune required intake. The moment I looked at it, I'm like, that's 120 millimeter, dude. It's 120 millimeter. Oh, I don't know. I'm like, come on, man. You're a shop. You should know this stuff. Heard that the Supreme Court just shut down Chase is a race. That's right. We should make a banner. Supreme Court shuts down Chase is like, okay. I was bored the other day and I couldn't go to sleep, so I watched replays of Street Outlaws. So what did I miss? Did I miss something? And everybody jumps now? Like, what did I miss that all of a sudden jumping is normal? And that's the problem with that show. People will take that show as a template, go to the street, and say, if you chased, it's a race. That Chase is a race bullshit is whack, bro. Whack. Tell them bye-bye if you don't want to do what the tuner's asking. JD Swag says, screen or the grids on the OEMs are designed to produce laminar flow, avoiding turbulent flow. Look at him. Look at him, JD Swag. Hey, JD Swag, yesterday you said that you get 0.003 cents. 3 thousandths of a cent? Hundreds per liter? So, JD, let's do the math. You know those guys are suspect, right? Farm truck and Asian. You know one of them's boinking the other one, right? Like, I've never been that close with anyone in my life. I've never been that close with anyone that we hang out all the time and jump on each other and just constantly hang out in each other's shop. You know there's some potential boinking going on there, right? So, JD, if you get 0.003 cents per liter, do the math for me. If you sell 5,000 liters, what do you make, 20 bucks on that? What do you make on that? I'm blown away by that math. You know what I mean? JD's about to disappear again. I can imagine going into JD Swag's liquor store, and this is what you hear. With the gold shirt, smelling like that Indian incense, smoky in that motherfucker. Oh my lord! Guard ratios out there looking like the physics from Minority Report, predicting a jump on every race. Total sus. So basically, he pays them to sell their fuel. Gotcha. Mendoza, you want to pay that $9.50 a gallon? Keep it up. The reach around, I was thinking the same thing. They're kissing cousins. Asians is the one catching. JD says bye-bye. That song slaps. It does slap. It's pretty good. I don't know if I'll get copyrighted because I don't know if this song is copyrighted by anybody, right? I can imagine JD going there. I only get the 0.003 cents every liter. Yeah, right, SK Jeff. So you sell 5,000 gallons and you get $15? 25,000 gallons a day is 25,000 liters a day is only $75? I know, channel strike coming soon, right? What are the lyrics, JD? Oh, shit. Motec M150 plug and play for the ZR1 is badass. I don't think I'd go Motec, dude. It's not that serious. It's a fucking Corvette. The stock operating system with HP tuners and Fuel Tech will allow similar shit. What the hell is Motec going to do? Some advanced traction control stuff? I'll just stuff a bigger tire on it. It's not a big deal. Yeah, you can get copyrighted by that. That's okay. I'll mute it. I'll mute it. I don't care. I'll let the show upload. I'll mute it, and I'll still get paid. I'm good. Oil companies still raking in record profits while the gas prices keep going up. Need to get that profit cap for the companies. Oh, man. Oh, my God. All the old heads are like, wait, that's a Knight Rider meeting? Knight Rider remix. Yeah. So, no, I mean, I was wondering, like, the price payout doesn't really make sense. But the Motec stuff is interesting, right? The problem, I was listening to Elon Musk, and Elon Musk was on a Tesla Club of California interview. You guys want to hear a lot of information. That guy in that 3-part interview gave up so much information about the supply chain issues and how the Model 3 and the Model Y can pretty much carry the company, and they make no money on the Model S or the X. It was interesting to hear him talk about supply chain issues, the battery setup, the raw materials, because China shut down again at the beginning of the year. So that shutdown is now carrying through because it months and months, and then now we're probably gonna start seeing a huge issue with supplies, and Ford and Chevy and all those guys that relied on a lot of the superconductors, the chips, all that stuff. You're gonna see that shit again. You're gonna see a shit again. Why are the Puerto Ricans reluctant to enunciate their R's? I don't know. That's a good one. They do it with the L. Puerto Rico. Yeah, I don't say what. It depends on the word. You'll need a Motec when the 200 shot is on the ZR1. No, I'm not a nitrous guy. I am not a nitrous guy. Dude, all that Corvette needs 800, 850, and I'm happy. If I want to gap people, I take out the GT500 or the white car if it goes turbo. The ZR1 is more to learn and to have a King Daddy stick shift car. If I somehow get froggy with it and start making 1100 wheel and start fucking around, I must be doing real good in life. Stop it. You don't need the fancy standalone for a ZR1. Pito Chiquito, I'm talking about to get rid of the drive-by-wire stuff. You know what I mean? I'm not buying HP tuners for the fucking ZR1. All right? I've been there, done that shit. No, thank you. So how do you make money, JD? Do you slang gas on the side? He probably makes more off selling swishers. The number JD gave was just the number he wanted to give you. All right? It doesn't make sense. Why would I go into a gas station that I make $75 a day capped based on the fuel sales? It doesn't make sense to me. Alex, to give you an idea why ethanol is going up, corn was around $3.50 per bushel during Trump. Now corn costs $7 per bushel. Why? You're not telling me why it's $7 per bushel. Is it because the tractors and inflation and all this shit? I don't know. I don't get it. Only $850 must be nice. $850 is not that much in the grand scheme of things when you've had cars that lived at 900, 1,000, or 1,100. But if you've lived at 400, yes, $850 seems astronomical. You do 4 or 5 hits at 800, you're already used to it and you want more. That's just how it is. Like, when was do you guys ride motorcycles? Any of you guys ride motorcycles? So, don't you know that the first time you get on a motorcycle and you get on it, it's such a rush. Holy shit, this thing flies. Oh my God. And then by like the end of the evening, after you've done multiple wide open throttle hits up to 150 and up, you're like, I'm kind of used to it. It's fun, but I'm kind of used to it. It didn't scare me like the first time. The GT500 scared the shit out of me the first time I went down the track. And the first time I ever drove that GT500 down the track was when it ran it went 9.0, 8.3, 8.1. The first 3 times I drove it. And I was like, this thing's fucking fast. By the 8.1, I was used to it. By the 8.1, I was used to the car, and it's not fast anymore. Alex, here's the answer for the ethanol price rise from the last stream. It is a supply issue. The government had been paying us an extra $900 per acre to destroy or not plant crops. Thank you. An answer. The government had been paying us an extra $900 per acre to destroy or not plant? They purposely paid you not to plant? President Joe Biden says, I can tell you why, but I'm not going to. JD Swag. It's because of the price of fuel dictates everything. Fertilizer is more expensive because it uses petroleum byproducts. JD, the profit for everything he sells in the store. That's why you can buy food, shirts, fake chain, CDs, cell phones, and whatever else is in there. That's true. I ride a CBR 600. Yeah, so you don't know what it is to go fast. China drives the majority of the crop prices. Trump had stricter policies against China. They bought less. Fourth generation farmer. Thank you, JT. I need someone with like credibility, because people just say stuff and you can poke holes in their theories pretty quickly and you go, wait, that's not an answer as to my question yesterday. Did you ever get hush money into the AIDS? Are you insane? Are you insane? Hey guys, what's the quickest hush money's ever been? Let's go. Put it on the chat. What's the quickest hush money has been? The first time out. Go ahead, guys. I got that squirt stuff. It's good shit. Let me see. Let me see if y'all know how fast. How fast the hush money went. Oh, JD Swag's a real fan. JD Swag is a real fan. That guy's so legit. So legit. So there you go. 8-7. Thank you. 8-6, 8-7. If you said 8 something, it's been 8s. It's been 8s many times. I slowed it down to like a 9.5 when I had fuel system issues, but the car was an 8 something car right off the rip. Right off the rip. Street Driven GT500 got it right. Yeah, so yeah, it's been 8s already. Alex, 3-valve owners are punching air when they realize that their quarter-mile speed is slower than a Major League Baseball player's fastball. So I've started to see some kids, and I guess, again, they're kids, they're 21, 22, start to put out YouTube videos that say the 3-valve is the best Mustang ever made. Now, is it a troll? I don't know, but we all know it's absolute horseshit. The 3-valve is a 305 horsepower, and stop using the but for its day, because I can take a Cobra, a 0304 Cobra, put a TVS or a Whipple on it, stock bottom end, stock head, stock cams, an E85 fuel system that makes 700, maybe 800, or maybe more horsepower. With cams, even more. A stock bottom end 3-valve explodes. I mean, astronomical. Then a Coyote can make 700 or 800 Gen 1. Edwin Martinez went 8s on a stock long block Coyote. Gen 2, make 1,000 easy. If you want to put head studs in it, it'll live there a long time, but 800 easy. Gen 3, 800, 900 easy. GT500, 1,100. So please stop it with, what are you using for qualifiers? Like, what are you using? Like drivability? Sound? The door panel coming apart? Please stop it, 3-valve owners. I understand that's the only car you can afford. And they go, well, the styling is amazing. Nothing looks better than a 1314 Mustang. The best looking S197 is 1314 Mustang. I personally prefer the 1112. But I look at a 1314, I look at my GT500 and I go, that is a nice fucking car. It looks good. And 3-valve guys are out there going, it's the best one because it was retro. It can get beat by a Mazda Speed 3. It's a great drift car. It's like the same guys buy the 240s, the 350s, and the 3-valves. It's the same kid. A dumbass 18 to 22-year-old broke-ass motherfucker. Same kid. Would you rather a 3-valve or a Camaro same year? I would rather pull the trigger and kill myself. Fuck all that. 3-valve sounds better, though, than a Camlope. Nope, it doesn't. A 3-valve does not sound better than a proper Camlope idle tune. Sorry, you're wrong. 3-valve believers also voted for Biden. I heard someone say that 3-valve pistons are made out of Legos and that the phrase lives rent-free in my head. Oh, the phrase lives rent-free in your head. 3-valve out there getting sponsors, just saying, what 3-valve? How many? Yeah, exactly. Like, who is looking for, like, is Whipple looking for 3-valve owners to give them Whipples? Is VMP looking for 3-valve owners to give them their leftover? VMP probably has 300 1.9 TVS blowers somewhere in a warehouse. Amazing. Roush, like, took such advantage of that situation. Roush was like, we'll give you a deal on this if you buy all their 1.9s. And they took it. And they didn't sell, I don't think they sold more than 10 of those fucking things. Even in its day, the 3-valve was a joke. It was getting beat by Japanese cars with rice cookers. Yeah, 05 to 09 is ugly compared to everything that came after it. 11 to 12 was better looking. And guys, what happened the moment the 11 to 12 sequential taillights started showing up? Every 05 to 09 owner was mad as fuck. In stock form, the sequential taillights and then the 13 to 14 taillights came out, and them bitches were getting robbed. You would rent a 13 to 14 just to steal the taillights. Bet me on that shit. What is the horsepower difference between a Roush 2 Gen 2 2.3 and a VMP Gen 2R? What is the horsepower difference between a Roush Gen 2 2.3 and a VMP Gen 2R? At what boost? And I'll tell you the funny thing about that. So I was at Power by the Hour, and VMP was selling or starting to sell the VMP Gen 2, or maybe the R, right? So the VMP Gen 2R, if all things being equal, makes the exact same horsepower a Roush Gen 2 TVS does and a stock Trinity with maybe an elbow upgrade, right? A stock Trinity with an elbow upgrade and the same throttle body. Let's say you have a stock Trinity elbow upgrade, twin 60mm JLT 123, stock injector, stock pump, make with a tune and a 2.4 pulley. Make about 650. The Gen 2R makes the exact same power. And that was the problem selling that blower, because you would have to lie to the customer and say, this is an upgrade over your Trinity. Why is it an upgrade over the Trinity? Well, look at the inlet. Yeah, but I'm only on the 2.4 pulley. That's not moon boost. Now you add cams, you add a 10% lower. All of a sudden, the Gen 2R shines above the Trinity with the elbow upgrade. And that was the difference, because you could literally see 0 horsepower gain. 0 horsepower gain from a Trinity with an elbow upgrade to the exact same shit, exact same tune, exact same boost to a Gen 2 or Gen 2R. It made no extra horsepower. It wasn't moving any more air. It just had a bigger elbow. It didn't have the rotors cut out. It didn't have the little cradle things where the rotors sit cut out for porting. It didn't have any of that. All they had was just a bigger inlet. Once they started finding out you can port pre-rotor right into that little section that actually holds the bearing shit up or similar to it, that's where the power was. That's where the sauce was. I always tell people that if 3-valves were as relevant as people think they are, 3-valves would be cheap, reliable motor to make power from. It's like an LS over an LT. Like, why aren't people buying junkyard 3-valves to put into their shit? Why aren't any 3-valve motors in a big way being swapped into shit and making big power with it? You could take a 5.3, heads cam, run 8s. You can take a 3-valve, put it in stock form, and it grenades. Okay, it grenades. I'm sorry, guys. You're just going to have to realize that the 3-valves are fucking trash. Like, trash. I would rather fuck with a 2-valve than a 3-valve. I'm not saying I'm going to make more power, but I'd rather fuck with a 2-valve than a 3-valve. My first bike was an 04 Hayabusa. After a week, it felt slow. Exactly. You must be way back. John DiNapoli, do me a favor. Click the live button so you can join us live. Thank you. You can walk faster than a 3-valve. Can get up to 60 miles an hour. Then they made sequential 13 to 14 taillights for 05 to 09, so their owners felt special. It was so sad seeing 3-valve owners try to... It's like putting lipstick on a pig. It's okay. You're not disgusting or anything. Here's a... What the... 3 valve owners were trying to retrofit all the new shit, putting HIDs in their shit, putting sequential 13 and 14 American, didn't Raxium make a bunch of shit for the 3 valve 05 to 09s S197s to make it look like I never confused an 05 to 09 to an 11 to 14. I go, yeah, 05 to 09. I never looked at it and I went, that's amazing. Look, it looks, wow. No, immediately I'm like, yo, that's an 11 and 14. That's an 05 to 09, like from a mile away. Gen 2 with the Gen 3R on E85 with free-flowing exhaust tuned by Brandon. For some reason, my car only makes 12 to 13 PSI with a 79 millimeter pulley. I was told it should be closer to 15 to 16 PSI. Why is my boost so low? Probably your bypass. You either have belt slip or your bypass is stuck wide open and it's not shutting at wide open throttle, allowing all the boost to get into the motor. Check your bypass, check your belt. Three valve owners braid each other's culito hairs because they are trash, says JD Swag. I might make a coffee table with that 3 valve motor like Harvey did with old motors. Affirm says, blows my mind how this 3 valve being great argument is still a thing. And it's the young guys that have them. Guys, you paid 8 to 9 grand for a 3 valve? Why not just save up for a old Coyote? I don't know. And they would say the dumbest shit on the planet, and this is to their own detriment. They'd say, well, everyone has a Coyote. Oh, okay, so you want to be slow? So you want to be slower than Coyote owners? Because that's what you're telling me. That's what I'm hearing. I'm live now. Thank you. A 3 valve tried to do a pull past me. The mom in the Camry 2 lanes over gapped him, and she didn't know he was racing. Yeah, she probably had to get over to get off the exit. Just do rods and pistons 3 valve would be okay. So build it. So I like how you go, just do rods and pistons on a 3 valve and you'll be okay. Just do rods and pistons. So take the motor out, take the complete rotating assembly out, send the block out. Let me ask you, how much does that cost? To have a machine shop look your shit over, have a proper engine builder assemble it. And before you tell me you're a fucking badass and you could do it all yourself, if you're that good at assembling and putting shit together, you could afford a Coyote car if you have that much skill. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Same thing C6 owners did, putting on C7 head. Yes, I was going to ask you that. I started seeing everyone putting these weird shaped headlights on C6s, and I don't like how they look. And you're right, they're C7 headlights. Now, if I get the ZR1, it's going to stay ZR1. And I'm not going to put those squinty tail lights either. It's going to be stock looking. I love how it looks. Leave it alone. Why not build the bottom end on a Coyote or a 3 valve? Or are you that poor? Says Miami Street Reaper R35. Right. Rods and pistons on a Coyote. But he's like, you'll be okay if you put rods and pistons on a 3 valve. What? Saw a 3 valve recently with the janky S550 wannabe body kit. Bummed they didn't get a picture. I think the 3 valve is what those guys can afford. If that's the case, just say so. Hey, I love this car because I can afford it. Thank you. The Baltic Bro. That's all they need to say. They just say, hey, man, this is all I can afford and I like it. But to go out of your way and make Facebook videos and YouTube videos about how it's better because you have it is a real stupid way of looking at the whole car, saying it's better than everyone else. You're saying it's better than a Boss 302? You're telling me the 3 valve is better than a Boss 302? You're telling me the 3 valve is better than a what are the other sub the Roush RS3? You're telling me the Roush version of the 3 valve is better than the Roush version of the Coyote car? Boy, shut the fuck up. These kids, these fucking kids. 3 valves are good for LS swaps. I agree. I will give you my blessing to swap an LS or even a Godzilla in a 05 to 09 Mustang. That's what that car is good for. Swaps. If the Coyote car came with a Coyote, leave it alone. Just put boost to it or whatever and live a happy life. Just do rods and pistons on a Coyote and make 1100. 3 valve makes 500 with rods and pistons. I love how the C601 looks with a drag pack. Me too. I gotta admit, they look good. Could I use the same switching from PMAS tune required to a Steeda closed system, basically stock a catback exhaust? No, you're gonna have to do a complete retune for the cold air. I did rods and pistons on my 2-valve, made 330 wheel NA. I'm less than 2,500 into my 2-valve, Coyote rods and flat tops. There you go. Probably jacked up the, why would you do that though? Jesus. PK, a good machine shop is going to charge $1,600 for a full service job on a block and heads, service, and prep before you even begin to blueprint the bottom end. Thank you so much. PK in the house. I love my 3-valve because that's all I could afford at the time, but it was so slow. I remember getting beat by like anything 4-cylinder turbo modified. Ian, remember when you got tuned down in Boynton Beach by you know who, and it was the most disappointing experience of your life? Remember getting tuned by you know who down in Boynton Beach and you were utterly disappointed? Bro. Some guy told me that he can't afford a Coyote, but he wants to build an 8-second stick 3-valve. What? I have a 3-valve and have to say the engine build cost about $6,000. Already had a blower, so it just made sense to use it. Alex, best air and elevation for hitting the brakes? Good shit. Just finance my membership. Thank you, Affirm. Thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate it. And again, guys, that's how we do it here. The best way to support this channel is memberships. You don't have to pay every single time for a question. Memberships go a long way. Here, you become green. Your comment stands out a lot better, and I can absolutely get to you, and I prioritize you guys. Are 05 to 09 lighter than 11 to 14? Can I just swap it and take people down if they are? No, they're not. No, it's an S197. How is it lighter? Unless they have different crumple zone stuff and sound deadening stuff, I can't imagine. Yep, the C601 is good the way it is. People love to overdo their builds. Just give it more horsepower and done. Alex, can you explain why a tune is required for headers? When did I say a tune is required for headers? Hey guys, are tunes required for headers? I'm sure you've done this before, but I forget why. Are tunes required for headers? Alex, guys, answer Root question. Alex, how many of those 01s were built? They were from 09 to 13, if I'm not mistaken. A lot. There's a lot for sale out there. It's not a rare car. You can, if you got money, you can find a 01. It's not a problem. I remember he'll spare you the rose sometimes if you remember. Gotcha. Exactly. Once in a while. No, when it comes to the header question needing a tune, no. You don't need a tune for headers. Alex, someone on Facebook tried this bullcrap 3-valve talk with me. I saved the receipts. Where you at? Where they at? Send them to the Instagram. Put them on blast, like the kids say. Nope. For you, yes. The rest of us, no. Heck no. Where I live, there's a Mustang group dedicated to 3-valves only. No Coyotes, Coyote swaps, or Terminators allowed. They meet at a Hooters every Tuesday, Saturday. Oh, I'd love to go there. That'd be great. Yep, it's going to blow up because it's FFE now. So when can you do my header revision? Right. Yes. Why do you need... Okay. If you remove emissions components, the tuner cannot shut off emissions lights. If you install headers on your car and you have high flow cats and it throws a PO 420, 430 for cat inefficiency codes, you're going to have to live with it. We can't do anything about it. Welcome to the new way of tuning based on the EPA's enforcement. Neighbor sold his 3-valve and bought a Fox body. My car ran like dog shit. My idle was like 6,000 RPM cold start. The guy's a joke. High idle dyno motorsports. Overdrive, light flashing, stalling all the time when put into drive. That's when I started, Ian Martha, because, you hear someone's a badass tuner, right? And then you start seeing them in action, and I'm like, bro, you're a clown. You're a clown. You're running off of, like, SET value files and shit. You're not tuning this. But, Alex, how can I get rid of the check engine light? Alex, I'd love a CTSV, poor man ZR1. Look, guys, I have a lot of goals, but I love my 19 GT, but... gun to my head, 19 GT or ZR1, I'm fucking with the ZR1. I love the 19 GT, but gun to my head, I'd love to be able to keep, this is my dream garage right now because it's pretty close to being attainable. If I can keep the GT500, awesome. The 19 GT turbo, making about 800, 850, awesome. A C601, awesome. And a CTSV V3. 2 Fords, 2 Chevys or 2 GM products, a GT500, a CTSV V3, ZR1 C6, and my 19 GT. Bro. And you know what's funny? I might be able to make it happen, but probably in a couple of years. But I might be able to make it happen. Just sent it to you on IG. Perfect. Let's see what this fucking weirdo was talking about. So we're going to go to IG, and JD Swag sent me something that he was having an argument with a couple of 3-valve guys. I might have to save the screenshots and then put them elsewhere to not implicate anybody. But, okay, what's he saying here? Oh my Lord, are you serious? Okay, I got, okay, let me save this image. Save image as, shit. I don't want to do it in the desktop. Documents, and let's just do new folder for the show, for their show. Okay, save. Okay, let's see JD Swag. Okay. So let me see. Save image as for the show, yes. And save image as for the show, yes. And one more, guys, one more. Save image as for the show. Okay, so let's look at what's going on here. Documents. Sorry, guys. We're doing it live. I want to see what JD was going through. Documents for the show. Okay, so display capture. Boom, boom, boom. Here we go. Let's take a look at what's happening here. So this is one of the guys sent me this. They're selling this? Wait a minute. They're selling this? Somebody is selling a bumper upgrade for 3 valves to look like a GT350? Are you kidding me, dude? Why? Oh my Lord. Holy shit. A GT350 bumper lookalike for a 05 to 09? Shoot me in the face. So let me see what JD Swag did. Tony, what is going on, Tony? Okay, so this is obviously not in the right order. So let me see what's going on. Mandeep Singh, I don't have pride. Got to race and find out that. Okay, you got into it, Mandeep. Let me see. You got 3 of them. That's not it. Bullshit. What's it say here? Where's the beginning of it, dude? This is a fucking mess. Dude, this is a mess. What did you say? It just says, bullshit, I run a blown PI, motor cams, headers, etc. And I'm getting 453 at the wheel. 453 at the wheels. Oh, my Lord. Poor guy. 453 at the wheels. Zoom in. 10 pounds boost and rev limiter at 6,200. And he goes, I make 420 with stock stuff and just tune. LOL. 10 pounds of boost, 630 horsepower. Oh, man, you're going in on him, JD Swag. You're going in. And then he says, no, I don't have pride in my car knowing every bolt, nook, and cranny. I'm already the winner, and I didn't have to spend $50,000. Knight Felicia. He goes, that's all you have? Yeah, that's kind of it. I was hoping there was more, but looks like there was double of the same thing. Yeah, look, 3-valve owners are going to have a real tough time defending anything when it comes to power. Because if you got to use 10 PSI to make 450 ruble horsepower, your argument is lost. It's gone. Like, literally gone. See you later. They don't care. But guys, that fucking GT350 AIDS bumper cover for the 3-valve looking cars is hilarious to me. Someone says that's sick. Wait, let me snag some snacks. What's next? GT350 bumper for the Camry? Like a V6 with Cobra emblem, stock bottom and 3-valve is as weak as a roller block 5.0 as small block Ford. Both are grenades at 500, right? Like, there's nothing wrong with that, right? But a 3-valve, okay. If I had to build 2 cars from scratch, a 1992 notchback or a 2007 3-valve, and I can make more or if not similar power and donkey stomp based on weight, the 3-valve. I wouldn't, if speed or acceleration is the goal, the 3-valve is not a smart car to build. It's a dumb car to build. What's up, bitch? Here's some channel support and some snacks for Tony. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go ahead and get my weekend started. Probably go to the beach. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to go to the beach. It's nice out. Probably catch the last half of the afternoon. It's beautiful out. Fucking 80-something degrees out. Take my girl to the beach, hang out there, grab a bite, enjoy the South Florida vibes. It's a good time down here, guys. It's a good time. It's really nice. I know my guys, Lund Racing, they're a little bit north of me, and they're experiencing a bunch of fucking rain. That's why South Florida is where it's at. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I'll be back on the other channel, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. I'm sorry. I might be a standalone video, or it might be live on Saturday. So that dating channel, we go ahead. We go ahead. Okay, when you spam like that, I'm gonna hide you on the channel. You spam like that, I fucking hide you on the fucking channel and get you gone. Fuck you. I'm going to see if I can get on live or do a standalone video for the dating channel tomorrow. So see the afternoon for that video. And I'll be on Sunday morning, 9:30 a.m. for the peasant chat. We might have a giveaway, but I got to talk to the person again about potentially a giveaway on Sunday, because he likes the fact that the peasant chat is a non-paid chat. It's more organic, I guess, and a lot of people that are poor go there, and he likes to be a nice guy and give away some stuff. All right, guys, I'm out of here, going to the beach, hang out with a little lady, and then I'll see some of you or most of you on Saturday, some of you on Sunday, so we can hang out then. All right, have a good weekend, guys. See you later. Bye. Oh, we'll do the fuck you, and I'll see you tomorrow. There we go.
Thanks a lot.
Fuck you, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Fucking idiot.